Hi, I want to talk to you today about those moments when you're asked a question that, one, you either don't know the answer to, or two, it's not appropriate question for you to answer. And so what do you do in those situations? How do you handle it? And a lot of times we get thrown off with those questions and we kind of stumble on our words and we're searching for things to say. But what I want you to know is it's okay to not know the answer. It is okay to say, I don't know the answer to that question, or that's not a question that I can answer for you. What is absolutely not okay is to make something up. And you know that. But sometimes we get nervous and caught in the moment and we feel uncomfortable and we just want to say something. And I'm going to tell you that it is perfectly fine for you to say, I don't know. But then follow that up. Say to them, I don't know the answer to that question, but I do want to find out the answer to that. And I'm going to find that answer. And give them a time frame when they could expect you to come back with that answer. Sometimes you're asked a question that is not appropriate for you to answer, and that's something that their provider needs to answer. And again, explain to them, this isn't a question that I have the authority to answer, and that's something that I encourage you to ask your provider, or I can be there and I can ask for you so you can get that answer. But if you can answer the question and you can find out, tell them, I am going to find the answer to that. And then you've got to actually do that. So when you do that, say, give me a few minutes. I'm going to go find the answer to that and be back to you, or I will call you back, or I will get back to you, whatever the time frame is that's reasonable. Explain to them that. You may have to go consult a physician or a provider. You may consult another colleague, go look it up. But whatever the case, that is appropriate for you to do. Also, sometimes people ask questions and we're unsure of what they're really asking. So I encourage you to say, can you clarify what you're asking, or could you rephrase that? I want to make sure I understand. And that's perfectly appropriate. It is not diminishing your knowledge, but making them aware that you want to understand them and you want to be clear of what they're asking. And then in those cases, you can say, I don't know the answer to all of what you're wanting to know, but here's what I know. And explain to them, this is the situation, this is what I know, this is how I can help you. And that's perfectly fine as well. But really encourage them to ask their provider or seek out additional answers. And then thank them for asking the question. Tell them, it's a great question, and I wish I knew the answer to it. And so I want to thank you for challenging me with this question, because I'm going to go and I'm going to get to learn something as well as you. And that is a great way to make the person feel heard and understood, and that you truly are genuinely interested in what they're asking and what they're wanting to know. So it is perfectly fine to not always know the answer. Actually, nobody knows all the answers all the time, and it shows a lot of character to admit and to acknowledge, I don't know the answer to that question. It is a good thing to admit those and then to help the person find the answer. So that's this week's challenge. How to say, I don't know, but I'm going to help you find out. Thanks. Have a good one.